Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something totally wild. It's highly personal, genuinely game-changing, and honestly one of the most fascinating AI tools we've seen all year. It's an experimental app from Google called Dreambeans. Yeah, I know, the name's a little out there, but trust me, the tech behind it, it is signaling an absolutely massive shift in how we interact with our entire digital world.
To kick things off, I really want you to think about this. What if AI didn't wait to be asked? Seriously, just imagine a world where you never have to type a prompt into a chatbot ever again. No more typing, "Hey, can you plan my weekend?" or "What on earth do I do with this new puppy?" Imagine a reality where the robot already noticed what you need, way before you even thought to ask. That's exactly the future we're looking at today.
Okay, Section 1. Meet Google's Dreambeans, turning daily data into customized visual stories.
So access to this tool is actually expanding pretty fast. It recently bumped up from just Google's top-tier AI Ultra subscribers to include AI Pro subscribers right here in the US. Now, if you're outside the US or don't have one of those paid subs, you're on a waitlist for now. But look, this is a highly strategic, phased rollout. Google is actively gathering feedback from its power users to really fine-tune this experiment before a global release. It proves they're super serious about making this work, not just quietly shutting it down.
Now, in real life, Dreambeans acts kind of like a quiet, helpful observer. Picture this. You get a standard Gmail receipt for some dog treats. Okay, normal. Then, you've got a calendar entry showing a friend is visiting later in the week. Here's where the magic actually happens. Without you asking for a single thing, Dreambeans quietly stitches those two totally random pieces of your life together. It hands you a daily visual story with training tips for your new puppy, right alongside a curated list of dog-friendly restaurants nearby. It's like a little daily gift of usefulness, created completely in the background without you lifting a finger.
Moving on to Section 2, how personal intelligence works, the engine behind the magic.
Google actually refers to this underlying tech as personal intelligence. You can think of it like a highly organized, super trusted assistant. But, and here's the absolute key, this assistant is only allowed to peek into the specific digital drawers that you explicitly open for it. It's not just rummaging through your whole digital life without permission. No way. You've got complete power over this whole shebang. You choose exactly which apps connect to feed data into Dreambeans. We're talking Gmail, Calendar, Google Photos, your YouTube history, even your Google search history. You are the one in the driver's seat, deciding exactly which of these digital drawers stay open, and you can slam any of them shut at your own discretion. And visually, instead of just plain text or generic stock photos, Dreambeans uses a model with the incredibly quirky name Nano Banana 2 to generate custom art for each story. I know, Nano Banana 2, but despite the silly name, the output is seriously impressive. So if the AI is giving you a story about you and your dog, it generates a picture that feels tailor-made for your actual life. It's not just pulling some random sterile stock image of a golden retriever that has absolutely nothing to do with you.
Now, there is also a really deliberate design choice in how this AI learns from you. Say it gets something wrong, you just give it a thumbs down. But it doesn't instantly pivot and try to grab your attention like some desperate social media algorithm. It basically sleeps on it, applying your feedback the very next day. It intentionally paces itself. It takes what you said, waits until tomorrow to adjust, and just tries to get a little bit better with you, one day at a time.
And you know, this isn't just an isolated experiment. Just a few months ago, Google Labs tested something called CC, which was a text-based email agent that sent you a daily Your Day Ahead summary. This week, Dreambeans expands that core idea into these customized visual stories. And looking ahead to next year, the source predicts this exact proactive technology is going to rapidly expand across Google's entire ecosystem. We'll likely see it showing up seamlessly inside Maps, Photos, and even traditional Google search.
All right, Section 3, from asking to noticing, the massive proactive paradigm shift.
This represents a completely fundamental shift in how we, as human beings, interact with technology. I mean, for years, we've lived in the era of reactive AI, right? Typing a prompt into a box and waiting. Now, we're crossing over into proactive AI, where the system quietly notices your data and just hands you daily actionable gifts without you ever asking a single question.
The best way to summarize this whole future is honestly just this quote: less ask the robot, more the robot already noticed. It's a total 180. It's a complete flip from an AI that waits for your command to an AI that actively anticipates your needs based on what's literally already true about your week.
Let's dive into Section 4, addressing the privacy pushback, handing over your digital life safely.
Of course, letting an app read your stuff is a big deal. But every single connection here is 100% opt-in. There are strict privacy guardrails in place. If you're feeling nervous, you can test the waters by connecting just one single app, maybe just your calendar, if that's where you draw the line. You have the complete power to disconnect at any time without breaking your other tools. Plus, none of the choices you make inside Dreambeans will change your settings anywhere else, like inside your regular Gemini app. It is built from the ground up to give you total granular control over what the assistant can and cannot see.
Finally, Section 5. What this means for you. Practical applications for daily life and business.
So think about how this actually plays out in the real world. If you're a parent, proactive AI might suggest a free local event simply because it noticed on your calendar that your kids have Friday off from school. If you're a small business owner, it could remind you to follow up on a supplier email thread that suddenly went quiet last month. And if you're a more cautious user, well, you can just test the waters by connecting a single app to see a single story, just figuring out how it thinks before committing any further. And the crazy part? None of these scenarios require typing a single prompt.
Whether you're using this for your personal home life or looking into similar personal intelligence automations for your business, the overarching pattern here is super clear. Your data already holds the answers you aren't seeing. Your emails, your calendar, your messages, they already contain the exact insights you need. They're literally just sitting there, waiting to be surfaced.
To wrap up this explainer, I'm going to leave you with this final thought to ponder. As AI shifts from answering your questions to actually anticipating your needs, are you ready to let the robot notice the details of your life? It's a massive question about the future of your mental energy, your digital privacy, and really just how much friction you're willing to let technology remove from your day. Thanks so much for joining me for this deep dive. I hope it provided a crystal clear picture of exactly where things are heading. Keep learning, and I'll catch you on the next explainer.